Hi guys, welcome to my channel Odia Engineer, and thanks for such amazing response. And a lot of people have viewed the video which I have shared, and many people have shared across as well. And there has been a lot of instances that I'm thinking. If I'm suffering, then there might be a lot of people who are suffering because of, the wrong selection of company when you have multiple offers. So today we will cover the things, end to end in such a way so that like you will have an idea what are the factors that you need to consider while selecting the employer, because it's very important when you're working for an organization. You should have a proper environment and a proper people around so that you can focus on your work, you can grow in your career as well. So I'll take you to the points first. So in India generally we have even in India, even in the world, like you have typical categorization of the organizations. Like there are service-based companies, which are like Accenture, Cognizant, IBM, TCS, and many more. That I'm sure all of most of us are working in the service-based industry, and those are the MNCs. And second would be the product-based organization, which are like where you would be the end user, like your Odisha Mining Corporation, or maybe your Balram Puccini, or might be any product-based company who has implemented, and you would be the end user rather than you worked as a outsourced resource. And the next point would be middle-sized organization. Yes, like where the employee size would be, in between 100 to 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 employees are there. So they must be providing the shared services structure. So that is also one of the options that you have. And the last but not the least, we have the middle, the small farms. Very small farms who has just started into any field, or they started the SAP segment, or they started the software segment. So like in between 100 in between 10 to 100 people around. So these are the categorization that we mostly have in India and across the globe as well. So the next possibility is, what are the factors you need to consider before accepting any offer? Because accepting an offer is a very thrilling experience for everybody, because yes, we clear the process and we clear the technical round, managerial round, and HR round. After that, there are a lot of discussions on the salary and all, and finally you got the offer. So which is a really good thing. That is one kind of achievement. But more or less we shouldn't be excited much. Rather than we should be focusing on the factor, what are the importance and what are the things you need to consider even you accept the offer. Before you join, what are the factors you should keep in your mind? First thing is your job security, guys, because job security is very important. I have seen in 2019, when the COVID pandemic started, like company like Accenture, Cognizant, they started layoff, and a lot of people, and in my close people as well. Like I have some friends who have been laid off by Cognizant, and also Accenture, the senior management and the senior people who are having like 10 to 15 years of experience. Along with that, there are other companies like IBM and some other companies also they started layoff, and layoff was, in huge number during that time in 2019 and 20, and after the 2021 as well. So first, you need to consider the job security is a very important factor, because if your job is not so secure, then you are not secure, because you must be having the liabilities of your EMI and other family expenditures and other things, savings and investments. So always consider the job security as a major factor. And second thing would be the salary. Yeah, salary is very important. That's why we all work for. But yeah, salary got a lot of components as well. So always look for higher fixed component, because whenever you are given any offer, always try to negotiate on that factor. What is your fixed salary? Because a lot of organization in the market who don't consider the variable option or the variable salary as your part of CTC. No doubt it is mentioned in the offer letter, but they don't consider that. So it's always good to increase your main salary or the fixed component, rather than going for multiple segments like your joining bonus, variable, and other things. And third thing is benefit and perks. Yeah, that's very important, because benefits are the entitlements that you would be getting. Because in Cognizant there are 3 lakhs of insurance, and some other companies they provide 2 lakhs of insurance, and a company like LTI they provide only 1 lakh rupees of insurance. And trust me, guys, if you are hospitalized due to any reason or any of your relative, then the cost of hospitalization and the expenditure goes very high. In terms of 8 to 10 lakhs minimum. So that's the reason this amount is not suffice. So always go for such company who provide a better insurance policy, and not like having a top up facility and you would be refill the top up and by paying your own money. No, you should find some company who include the group insurance policy, so that you can include your parents and also yourself, and your, in case you're married, you can include your in-laws as well. So that is a, like that would be a huge saving. And also, because if you are having insurance to corporate policy, then yes, the claim procedure is much simpler, simple and easier as well. And also look for the other perks and allowances that company is giving you, because in terms of cafeteria facilities or food or some other allowances, and also your fuel allowances, like if you're traveling to your office. So look for those perks, guys, because those are the things where you can earn more money. And those will be called as reimbursement, rather than it won't be taxable as well. So the fourth thing is your work-life balance. Yeah, work-life balance is very important, but it's okay. I mean, in software, we are ready to work for, I mean, not even 9 hours. We are ready to, dedicate our 10 hours or 12 hours if it is required. If there is an upgrade or migration or any kind of very serious activities there, or deployment is pending, then obviously we can extend. But yes, always look for the work-life balance, so that you can spend some time with your family as well, because this COVID pandemic has taught us that yes, family is important. So I hope, yeah, it makes sense. And next point would be on-site. And next point would be your on-site and overseas opportunities. So on-site and overseas opportunities is okay if you don't get on-site, that is fine. But always look for, I mean, if there is facility, then try to get it, because yes, if you're having decent hands-on experience, then you should try for this. In case you're not getting it, that is fine. And next is a skip level interaction. And what does it mean exactly? Because in organization, we have president, vice president, manager, senior manager, and we join as a consultant or senior consultant. So we don't have that reachability to that next level. So even we inform to the something to the manager, so manager may not inform the same thing to the next level, right? So this would be a skip level meeting, like your manager and senior manager won't be there. You would be directly interacting with the vice president or president. So that would add a lot of advantage, where you can directly interact with the senior leadership, and you can cascade your problems and what exactly you are facing, and what how can you improve, and also you can provide some suggestions. So there would be a good healthy discussion, and that would be definitely adding value to your career and also to the company. So the next is your leave policies. Yes, this is very important, because you never know when you need leave. So it's always good to join a company where accepting the leaves won't be a bigger issue, and the manager won't be making a noise. And if you need leave, yes, those are I mean, that's your right, and you should take the leaves if it is required. And last but not the least, notice period. Notice period is very important, because 90 days of notice, if it is there, at least for the probation period. I mean, because suppose if I join the Cognizant as senior associate, since day one it is 90 days, so that is difficult. So always look for such companies who has a probation period and notice period with 30 days. In case you don't like, or in case something goes wrong, then you can always look for the better opportunities. And in 30 days is that's fine. I mean, it's considerable notice period, and everybody will give you an offer as well. Even for 2 months, that is fine. But if it is for 3 months, be careful. So the factors which you shouldn't consider, first point would be your joining bonus. And joining bonus, that is a trap. I mean, I always suggest, if you are given a joining bonus, there is a agreement as well, because they want you to serve at least a year or 2 years or something like that. So don't go for joining bonus, rather than request them to increase the salary in terms of the benefits or in terms of the fixed component. So that would be much better, rather than, because if you take that, then you don't need to return that amount if you're leaving anytime. So first thing. And second is your fake promises before joining. Don't go up. I mean, people are there who, like excite you, who give you a lot of commitments that, okay, we have a lot of on-site opportunities and other things. So don't get trapped by all these things. So those are just crap. Nobody can you offer on-site if you don't work for a project at least for 2 years or 3 years, and you prove it to the management. And ignore those companies who provide your higher gratuity and superannuation, because gratuity is just a scam, guys, because you need to spend 5 years or 4 years in an organization to claim the gratuity. So that is a longer duration. Yes, if you want to stay in a company for at least for 10 years, that is fine, or 5 years, that is fine. Other than that, for an employee like me, I mean, I don't prefer to stay in a company for 4 years or 3 years. I always go for 2 years or 3 years max, not more than that. So I never got any gratuity from any company. So considering that, gratuity is just a waste of money for me. I mean, it's a part of CTC, but that doesn't make any sense to me, and that doesn't add any value as well. And last but not the least, variable pay percentage, because variable pay, a lot of companies are offering 20%. Some other companies I've seen who are providing 15%. Guys, maximum to maximum, you should take variable pay of 10%. Anything beyond 10%, please don't go for that, because rather than you go for higher fixed component, or any company who is giving you fixed component and lesser variable component, then go for that company. Because at the end of the day, you don't need to beg your manager, because sometimes we do all the things right, nevertheless we didn't get the money for the variable pay. So that is another challenge. So you need to follow with the manager and other people, you need to have a lot of discussions, so a lot of hassle, guys. So don't do that. Better you ignore that offer and move on. So the next factor would be, next thing which I'd like to discuss is your, what if you have multiple offers. And having multiple offers is not a worst thing. It's a good thing and big and good achievement as well. So multiple offers, if you're having, it means you are more capable and your skill sets are totally matching the company requirements, and everybody wants to hire you and you impress the interviewer. So don't worry, and you should celebrate this moment. And there is nothing wrong to, there's nothing wrong you should feel, because I've seen a lot of people advising me, hey, why are you taking a lot of offers despite you are having the offer in your hand? So it's not about breaking the trust, it's about your capability, judging your skill set, and because of that, you are getting multiple offers and you are enhancing your salary as well. So nothing wrong in that. So if you have multiple offer, first thing, go for better brand, because in case example, if you're getting offer from TCS and TCS giving you 20 lakhs per annum, and if some other companies who is giving you, the same salary on, or 22 lakhs, then my suggestion would be going for TCS, because TCS provides a better work opportunities and the work-life balance is much better in TCS. It's just an example, but similarly you can compare, to the Glassdoor and or Amazon Box. There are a lot of platforms where you can compare the things and you will have a clear-cut idea. So next would be your, always prefer product-based companies. Yes, you have a bigger life there. No doubt, work life is a bit hectic, but yes, you are the end user. You have the, right to make the decision, and job security is much more. And if you are into the product-based company, or who has implemented the technology, or who are, you are the end user, then it's amazing, and you should continue it till you retire as well, because that will make you more stable. And trust me, guys, nothing better than a product-based company. So also consider the workload, overload situations, because you don't select such companies. If you're having five offers, don't go for such companies where salary is the same and you are being overloaded, like a lot of activities in a place and the less number of resources, who are struggling to get the resources. So those don't select those kind of companies where resource scarcity is there, and you will be put in a very difficult situation, because you will be having a lot of things on your plate, but parallelly, if you want to do the things, then there are chances that you might do some mistakes, and that might lead to escalation. So don't go for the companies your workload is exorbitant. And the most common thing what we do, in fact, I have done the same. So it's like, don't go for those companies who provide you 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or something more than, as compared to your existing offer. So always look for the company status, the work-life balance, and other factors which we have already discussed. Please have a thorough analysis on that. After that, take a call. Rather than, if somebody is giving you 1 lakh or 2 lakh extra and you're joining, then there is a high chance that you cannot look back, because once you're into the company and you need to serve the notice period, you need to find a new offer, then again the new company will ask a lot of questions, why you want to change frequently. So that is, hectic. So hope it is clear. And obviously, there are a lot of companies where you are not valued. Or they might ignore you because they have existing people and they want them to grow. And initially, if you're new to the organization, so always go for those companies where your skill sets are valued and you can regularly practice those skill set as well. Because once you leave the hands-on, then you will start forgetting the things. And if you're getting five offers, don't keep the joining date as single date, or something like that. Always keep a 5 to 7 days of duration. And also, because we all are working from home, so at least 1 week it will take to deliver your laptop. So in case something goes wrong initially, you don't feel like, no, I don't want to be part of this organization. Before the laptop is delivered, you can simply walk away. So nobody is going to make any mess, and you will be having a smooth release. So this is very important, because how to decide the salary. What are the factors that you need to consider before deciding the salary in case you are having a multiple offers? What I suggest, that totally depends on your current skill and also current salary as well. Because if you're having a 10 lakhs of salary and you're expecting the salary to be 25 lakhs, it's quite tough. So and when no company would provide you 100, 150% of hike, impossible. So it's always good. You need to discuss, I mean, you need to think what you are capable of according to your skill set. So what the strategy would be? I mean, initially, if you're switching, you can ask for 30 to 35% hike for the first company, which is a good hike, and every company would give you a 30% easily. And after that, for the second offer, you can ask another 15 to 20%, which will make your salary, bit higher. And for the third offer, you can ask for 10 to 15% again. So in that way, you don't need to show the first offer, you just need to show the last offer, I mean the third offer. And on top of that, you can negotiate for the fourth offer. So fourth offer onwards, you just try to have some more companies who are in the similar range or who can match your salary. And in case you're getting a product-based company, then this is a golden opportunity for you. Go and grab it. I mean, no need to wait for the other companies. Just if you're getting a MNC, oh sorry, you are getting a product-based company, then just go and join there. So instead of asking 70% or 50% hike to one company where you will be put on hold, you can follow this approach 30, 20 or 15 or something like that. Then in that way, you can increase your salary by 60 to 70%, which is a decent, I mean, hike. And 70% hike nobody gives you in your existing company. So this is a good way to increase your salary. And very, very, very important thing, because I have seen a lot of people doing that. Never chase the HR, never ever. Because if you chase the HR, give me offer letter, then that shows your desperation for the offer, which is not a good sign at all. So it's always good if you wait simply and let the HR reach out to you, so that they would be understanding that yes, we want to hire the resource, not the resource is chasing us. In that way, your salary would be much higher, rather than when you follow up continuously, your salary would be bit lesser. And if you have time, if you have some saving, or like you have some residual amount for the existing month, you can go for some certification, and you can pay from your pocket. And even a single certificate will add a lot of value. And with that certificate, you can try to negotiate more, because if you're certified, the value goes bit up. And obviously every company wants a certified consultant, so that would be helping you a lot. So that's all, guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope I have covered all the things. In case of any query or any questions or anything, you can ask me in the comment section. And guys, I don't see people are subscribing to my channel, but there would be a lot of videos coming in future, and there are a lot of videos in the pipeline. So please keep on subscribing to my channel. And if you find my video valid, please like it, and please subscribe to my channel, Odia Engineer. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.